I came into Made in the Abyss with the assumption that I'd be watching a bunch of little kids mining a hole and fucking exploding. Back in 2017, I was told, ignore the dumb-looking kids, it gets dark. However, what I ended up with wasn't this ultra-depressing anime that switches tones halfway through. It's a comfortably uncomfortable adventure that I don't regret watching. What's going on, everybody? I'm Scamboli, and I'm going to be taking you through my experience of Made in the Abyss. There will be some slight spoilers, but I'll make a point of not including any major ones. Let's talk about the summary. 2,000 years ago, a monstrous pit was discovered in the ocean. It contains its own ecosystem and remnants of a lost civilization, so as a result, treasure hunters go inside to pick that shit up. However, once you go down, it becomes harder and harder to get back up. Returning from the first layer will induce dizziness and vomiting. The fourth layer will cause you to bleed out of every hole, including your asshole. And it gets more and more fucked up until return is impossible. So what happens? Well, we shove a little girl inside with a robot friend on a suicide mission to reach the bottom. When you're getting into this anime, the start can feel slow. That being said, I think a lot of this setup was completely necessary to get a sense of the world and what exactly our main-ish character Rico is giving up. The cool thing about the Abyss is you never know what the fuck's gonna crawl out.
Oh shit! Alright!
There's massive and different biomes that lead to infinite possibilities, so you can't predict what's going to happen next. On top of that, there's a survival aspect where you're essentially at the bottom of the food chain wherever you go. That's where the dark part comes in. I wouldn't say that this is a dark or edgy show. Fuck the word edgy, by the way. It's just realistic. If you're 12 years old in a fucked up dungeon, you're gonna have a bad time. And this led me to thinking that at any moment one of these characters could die and somehow they don't overuse this to keep your attention. That's not why you watch the show. You don't see that a lot in entertainment. I found myself emotionally invested in the characters and genuinely interested in what happens next. Let's wrap this up. If you came here to cry, that's not why you should watch. If you want to see something fucked up, that's also not why you should watch. But if you want a refreshing new world and an interesting premise, then we're onto something. Let's talk about the characters. Reg is the brobot who really makes this show watchable for me. He's kind of the, not pathetic ragdoll that deals with the monsters. He balances things out. I also like how he retains the mentality of a kid, but is still really mature. He doesn't really do anything to make me dislike him. He's also got lasers. No, get that out of here. I don't like it. I don't like Rico. She's just willing to get her ass beat and have Reg swoop in and save her ass. And I know what you're thinking. Scamboli, they're just kids. Do you think I give a fuck? Do you know how much actual kids fucking annoy me? It's not like the author was forced to make her a kid. And, you know, even if you're 12, who the fuck just stands there and watches when they're about to be eaten? Listen. When a fucking cup falls, my dog runs himself through the goddamn hall. You think a kid would run from a fucking monster, right? However, in the last couple episodes, she did grow on me, and she's not entirely useless. She has tons of practical knowledge about the dungeon, and without her, the show would be not the same. I'm sure that she's already developed a ton in the manga, so she'll get less annoying, but I just had to point that out. The cool thing about these kids is that the show never forgets that they're young by doing stuff like holding hands and other cute shit.
I like this. This is cute. I want this inside of me.
The rest of the characters are all really intriguing and unique and serve to enhance the story, and that's what matters. These little encounters that they have become immensely more important when you realize that they'll never meet again. That's a really sick and unique aspect. Let's talk about art. I like good art. You like good art. But you know what anime producers like? Money. Spend less money and come out with a shittier product? Yeah, what are you, fucking stupid? But lately there's been prettier and prettier anime coming out every season, and Made in Abyss is something that stands out even among them. The stupid ass babies actually fit surprisingly well in serious scenes, and the animal designs are unique and imaginative. All the stuff like this creates a really believable world that you want to explore and know more about. No matter what scene you pause on, there's always incredible detail in the background. Seriously, pause anywhere in the video and you'll see it. The whole anime honestly looks like a movie. So let's wrap this up. Love or hate the art style, tons of effort went into this and it really shows. There's a great attention to detail, and when coupled with the music, creates a really convincing and impressive world that draws you in. Let's talk about the music. Whether you notice it or not, music has a deep effect on how you perceive a scene. Made in Abyss is an anime that understands that. Aussie composer Kevin Pinkin would flip through the manga and make a song based on what he was reading, and the results are an amazing mix of Breath of the Wild, Skyrim, Land of the Lustrous, and whatever random shit they could throw in to sometimes create a very unsettling atmosphere. There's catchy songs, there's creepy songs. Oh, there's a dead baby dying, I got a song for that. There's such a diverse group of music that it's really hard to say that you don't like it. A lot of times the music complements a sense of discovery when you're watching, other times it made my balls shrink back into my body because of the creepiness. So even though Space Dandy soundtrack is still my number one, Made in Abyss is way up there. I went into this anime thinking I was going to see blood and murder. It was going to be crazy. That was the wrong mindset to have. If you watch the first 3 episodes and think, wow, this is a really interesting premise, I'd like to know what happens next, absolutely watch the rest. I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's a really interesting and emotional journey that I think appeals to a lot of people. So that's it, that's the video. This anime was actually suggested to me by a viewer, so if you have your own suggestion, drop it down below. However, I'm extremely picky. I don't review anime that everyone already knows about, and it usually has to be something that has a major effect on me. Even then, sometimes I'll just watch an anime and think, fuck, I can't review this. I'm probably taking next week off, even though I never actually take a break when I say I'm gonna do it. Peace.